Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have gotten a new category in Dokkan for the first time in quite a while. I mean, Dokkan doesn't really drop too many categories these days, which is good. These days, it's always crazy to say that the 7th anniversary was 2 years ago, but it is true. But basically, since the 7th anniversary, they stopped playing around with making horrible categories, right? All the categories within the last 2 years either make a ton of sense, or it's something we definitely did want to have in the game, like, again, like a superheroes category, or Saiyan Saga, which is a category within the last 2 years, right? So we've had, 3 categories since the start of 2023, essentially since the start of the 8th anniversary. Power of Wishes, tournament participants, and now, again, Super Bosses. So, Dragon Ball Super Broly is the leader for Super Bosses. I do think he's an exceptional character. My thoughts on him right now are somewhere around top 3. Him, Gogeta, Orange Piccolo, I feel like are kind of like the 3 best characters in the game. Now, if we take a look at the Super Bosses category itself, I think it's really horrible. It's terrible. It's in a really, really bad spot. Some of this is because, 2023, I'm the biggest Dokkan defender there is, but there was their fair share of fumbles in 2023. And the Super Bosses category, which is not a thing we realized was coming, ended up being hit very hard by these sort of like fumbles and stuff like that. Now, do I think that this category is going to be permanently shit? No. And I actually see a clear path towards this being a very dominant category, because we've had 3 characters added to this category during the anniversary. Broly, who is just, top 5, top 3, top 1, something like that. Broly, G-Lai, and Lemo, they're a top 10 unit in the game contender. And then we have the Int Golden Frieza as well, who is probably the best banner unit in the game. Who would he be competing with? Maybe Krillin, SDR Krillin? But Frieza is ridiculous. Like, couldn't have asked for more. So that's a great start. And, when we look at what potential there is in the future, Super Bosses has so much potential. I do not think that this, again, this category is shit right now. I don't think it's going to remain like that forever. So let's just kind of just briefly look at some stuff. Copy Vegeta, I suppose, could get a character at some point. Not a big deal. Kale and Caulifla, I would consider them a major 2023 fumble. If they were better, that would be better for this team, right? But unfortunately, they are a fumble. I do think AGL Zamasu is pretty good. And I do think, there's just a million variants and Zamasu characters they could do. They could literally just redo this character, right? Like, we're definitely in the era of them just redoing stuff. And I would certainly be like, this as like an LR redo, I think would be fine. Like, people would love that, right? Wrath Broly, oh my god, dude. Broly, so we get Dokkan Fest LR Broly. By the way, he still has about 7 LRs worth of material in the movie, including Wrath Broly. This is the only Wrath Broly in the game. We very easily could get a new version of him. We see some Goku Blacks here. Obviously, we could get like some sort of Rose Goku Black or something like that at some point. Looking at tech, I do think that Full Power Jiren, his EZA could even come during the 9th anniversary. I feel like this is a good point for me to make this video on the Super Bosses category, because, by the way, we do have confirmation that Cell Max is not coming yet. He is going to come. It's not Legends. It's, Dokkan has plenty of giant characters that are just characters, like Fat Emba and Hirudegarn and stuff like that. Like, we're going to get Cell Max eventually, and I do presume he would be a significant buff for this team, right? Jiren, his EZA can come. These LR EZAs over the last 9 months or something have been very impressive. So I would expect LR Jiren to be a disgusting EZA and a major buff to Broly's team and Super Bosses in general. Hit, by the way, he's like, if I would do post the anniversary, someone remind me to do this. Like, at the end of the anniversary, I got to do like a top 10 list of like characters or things I would like to see. So like LR Kid Buu would be on there. LR Hit would be on there. Dokkan Fest Demon King Piccolo, just to give you guys some examples, right? Those are characters I would love to see in 2024. Hit, dude. I want top 3 in the game, like Carnival LR hit or something like that. That could be a major buff for super bosses. Okay, Fusion Zamasu, he was a major W for the super bosses category. I think LR Ribrianne is a huge fumble. There's some stuff here, but we should be talking about this character in like the orange Piccolo tier. I'm sorry. Look at the way they did Ginyu, perfect. Look at the way they did Videl, perfect. This character should have been. We should be talking about Ribrianne the same way we talked about Ginyu back in the day, right? Like that's how they erred there. Looking at int characters, obviously LR Goku Black was a great 2023 EZA. I'm probably higher on him than a lot of other people. Maybe this free-to-play Frieza could be good after his EZA. We'll see. Oh, obviously, int Goku Black. This guy was a pretty large fumble. I think maybe there are some spots, because there's so many different 9th anniversary type content stages that we could potentially get some use out of him. Jiren, another giga fumble. I would pick Jiren as like the single worst character of 2023, this EZA Jiren. Jiren, by the way, just like Broly, Jiren has 5 LRs of material. Well, probably not as much as Broly. They could do a lot with Jiren, right? Kefla as well. This Kefla, I think maybe there's an outside chance she could EZA during this celebration. I could see Kefla being very good. Obviously, we need an LR. Kefla does not have an LR. I think Kefla could be a popular LR character. That would make a ton of sense. God Topo, I think getting a Dokkan Fest would be sick. I think God Topo is kind of like a Dokkan Fest character. Again, we talked about hit. This guy is really good. The attribute EZA hit, he's super good. But obviously, I mean, for him to be at full power, we would want a bunch of other STR characters on the team. But this hit probably is still good enough to run. Those attribute EZA characters are obviously very crazy. And then in here, we could always get more Beerus's. This was a tremendous, this is one of the saviors of Super Boss right here. I really like what they did with this character. So, all in all, the Super Bosses team, right now it's pretty bad. Again, a lot of the kind of like wonky EZAs of 2023 hits this category very hard. Right, like Kale herself could be really good, very dominant, but like, with LR, Kale, and Khalifa being as bad as they are, that kind of holds them back and stuff like that. But I do predict a big-time future for this team. I think that the Super Bosses category will be really crazy someday. And then, of course, down the line, we could see things like Black Frieza, Granola, Moro in here. Remember, Moro, if you guys don't know, Moro, like, basically Moro's on every category. Dude, I swear, Moro would have the most categories of any character in the game. It's like who is the competition with Moro? AGL LR Gohan, right? Where AGL LR Gohan has like 20 categories. It's insane. AGL LR Gohan is on like every team. The villain version of this would be Moro, who's going to be on like every team. All right, guys, I think we'll go ahead and hop into a run with the team looking like this. I'm going to fight the Supreme Battle Spectacle Evolution Blue Vegeta. I think he's kind of like a medium difficulty. Well, he's a tough fight, but he's just not on like the highest tier, I don't think. But we'll see how we do here. Alright. So the thing about Evolution Blue Vegeta we do want to remember is only 2 phases. I did bring LR Ribrianne. Yeah, this is why I hate. Dude, LR Ribrianne is just trash. Trash incarnate. What am I supposed to do with this? Like, you realize LR Ribrianne wants some of these orbs, but guess who cannot go in slot 1? Yeah, that's right, Ribrianne. Well, I always say that, but it's Ribrianne, Rosie, and Kakunsa. Now, we don't have the tournament participant characters that Ribrianne, Rosie, and Kakunsa need in order to, kind of have their intro, right? Like, notice their intro did not play. But they do still get an additional, if there is a Universal Survival Saga enemy. So, I was like, you know what, we could bring Ribrianne, Rosie, and Kakunsa, right? I mean, dude, they're one of the newest LRs for Super Bosses, right? Like, in terms of, like, new LRs for Super Bosses, it's Dokkan Fest LR Broly, and then LR Ribrianne, Rosie, and Kakunsa. Again, I hate this character so much, Ribrianne, Rosie, and Kakunsa, just because I am staunchly a believer that they should have been a top 5 contender, right? Like, you can't drop Ribrianne, who everyone hates, except for, like, me and, like, 3 other people. Everyone hates Ribrianne. And they're like, all right, like, we'll just drop him as, like, an iffy character. Like, no, that's not how you do it. You can't just be like, well, she's okay, I guess. Like, no, man. We need to be, like, you know, salivating. Like, oh, my God, dude, she's the baddest bitch ever. Like, that's the way we should be talking about Ribrianne, man. Dude, it's crazy. Broly's animations are so high quality that it really takes a second to load in, huh? Alright, we should, make Goku Black the priority here. So we're just running kind of like a specific Super Boss's team. Let's do this. This is a bit of a Broly will get smoked, dude. We got the 7 right there. That's really good for us, okay. Oh, wow, what? Okay. Doing it like this works out well because we're going to get big bad bosses for Rose, which is going to help him out a lot. Vegeta's second phase is tech. 30? Okay, I mean, it could be worse. Oh, dude. All right, Broly. Damn. Yeah, and we did not have, you know, the orbs for Broly, Sheila, and Lemo right there. Yeah, there's Broly. I mean, a lot of people say he's 1. I mean, listen, I don't hate Broly like some others, but, I mean, that doesn't look like performance of number 1 overall to me. I'm just saying. I'm merely pointing out, you know, factual statements. That's all. I mean, you want to know who doesn't have that happen to him? Orange Piccolo. Just saying. Gogeta would likewise get slapped up in that same spot as well, though. Both Gogeta and Broly, I mean, they're solid before they transform, but it's more so that they're not slot 1 help, which is always the most valuable thing. It's just a true that going slot 1 matters a lot. It does. It really does. All right, so we took significant damage. Do we have some character that's going to help us? Not really, no. Because Ribrianne we'll be able to use her giant form on turn 6. Yeah, we don't really have like a comeback, so to speak, ability here. Well, we can just get a ton of same type orbs. Wow. The game kind of really sucking my balls here with a lot of same type orbs. Huge HP regeneration. Fusion Zamasu, of course, is going to be really helpful at the start of this fight right here against this EGL Blue Vegeta. Then, of course, we're going to have to move him into like a slot 2 or slot 3 role. Nice. Zamasu, there you go, my boy. We'll see if we can win. I think that Ribrianne getting her giant form will be pretty big for us to win. Looks like we are... Damn, I was going to say... It would be good for us if we didn't kill Vegeta right here, but we're going to kill him. That's really good, by the way, that Zamasu didn't kill. He left him with that sliver, because then that allows Broly to get a super. And this includes, you know, defense and stuff like that. Okay. This is going to be the money turn probably right here. This is the turn that determines how we're going to do. Are you going to create the orbs for them? Yeah, hey, there we go. This is something people have talked about with LR Ribrianne. There we go. That's clutch. That's Ribrianne creating that for us. That's big. That's big. That's big. So now Broly, Sheila, and Lemo are 100% safe for us. We can hit this. I don't know if Ribrianne, Rose, and Kunsa would die to a super attack. Would they? I don't know. Dokkan Fest LR Broly should be pretty safe in slot 2. Well, we did get tech orbs, right? So that gets the that activates the defensive support for Broly, Sheila, and Lemo, which is good. I would really prefer that. Remember that... Well, okay, actually, they are a nice little combo with LR Ribrianne, huh? Because LR Ribrianne has 22% damage reduction when attacking, but these bastards add another 10% onto it. So all of a sudden, Ribrianne, Rose, and Kakunsa, they're at 32% damage reduction. Right? Like, that's significant, actually. Oh, Jesus, dude. Really? He's... Okay. Well, I mean, if Ribrianne... If they get smoked... I mean, don't say I didn't told you so. Broly will be okay. He might take some damage, but Broly, after getting his barrage of attacks, is obviously going to be alright. What do we have next turn? We have Fusion Zamasu, we have Broly, and Goku Black. It's not very good. Let's hope that Vegeta doesn't go crazy with the slot 1 pressure. He probably is, because Vegeta attacks a lot. If you notice, Vegeta, I mean, he must be attacking 11 or 12 times per turn here. I'm actually going to double check that. Nice. Good turn by Broly. Oh, that's Vegeta supering. Okay. Well, better this than Ribrian. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So Vegeta, yeah, he attacks 11 times. His cooldown on his super is 10, by the way. So if he's gonna super next turn, it's actually gonna be his very last attack. So we don't have to worry about a super attack right away on this next turn. It would have been nice to have kept Ribrian on rotation right there, but I mean, if we had put her in slot 2, we'd have lost for sure. I don't think Ribrian would have been able to tank that. Oh, we can. Huh. We can do Infinite Zamasu. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually do that. I think I'm gonna do Infinite Zamasu actually. Yes, I am. Maybe this will bite us in the ass. Maybe. But I think that this could work out pretty well. Damn, really? Well, I didn't expect that. I mean, we could still hit this. Okay, we could hit this. Damn, that really kind of didn't work out as well as I would have hoped. Broly will be okay, though. Right, he wouldn't die. I don't know. I guess doing Infinite Zamasu probably wasn't that good of an idea. Because we know that Vegeta's not going to super attack in slot 1. I definitely could have just had raw Fusion Zamasu in slot 1 right there. We definitely could have done that. We'll see what happens. It's alright. We're going to keep the faith. I would say there's probably a very high chance that Vegeta's not even going to super on this turn. Remember, if he is, it's probably going to be like the very last attack. As long as... Oh, nice. Goku Black. Way to clutch it up. Remember, we are getting the extra damage from Zamasu's domain. Okay, so, I mean, a strong... Broly could kill right here. Remember, I did recently bump my Broly's crit way up. So, Broly could kill. He could. He could. Okay. Well, he's probably not going to kill now. As long as he just does enough super attacks, though, to where he can tank Vegeta's super, if Vegeta does super. We saw Broly last turn, it took like 246-ish. If we take that, then that means we could still catch a W. And the thing is we're going to be completely... If Vegeta doesn't super right here, and instead supers at the start of the next turn, we're going to be good as well, because we're going to have Golden Frieza, right? Yeah, nice crit right there. Damn, a normal, though, and it's... one more crit super would have been good. Okay. Okay, it looks like we won. Yeah. Oh, wow. It doesn't matter. We still won. But, like, look. We're at 42% HP or something like that. Remember, if you're under 39%, Broly, Chila, and Lemo changed the entire field of orbs, which would have been really sick. Let's do that. Wait, well, we're not going to regret that, right? No. No, Golden Frieza is fine. Golden Frieza has huge damage reduction plus guard and shit. Like, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Because I could have put Broly, Chila, and Lemo in slot 1. We had a 100% dodge, but Golden Frieza's fine. He's fine, he's fine, he's fine. Oh, it's like, yeah, well, Yeah, well, we'll willingly take some damage. Why? I don't know why, but we will. That's fine. We're good. We're good. Okay, that was a little scary. I did a lot more damage than I thought. What? Huh? Golden Frieza had a lot of damage reduction right there. Vegeta. Okay, well, let's not talk about that. We won. It doesn't matter. We won. Nothing matters. We got the dub. Okay. What? What? Dude, Vegeta doesn't hit that hard. What the hell? Oh, it's, yeah, right. I'm a silly Billy. Vegeta doesn't lower defense by like 30% like some of these other bosses, right? Vegeta, when he supers, lowers your defense by 80%, which is a huge debuff. For context, Omega Shenron in the Shadow Dragon event, his defensive debuff is it's half. It's 40%. But all right, there we go. There were super bosses. Again, I don't think just like the raw super bosses team is that great right now. Obviously, the 3 characters in the 9th anniversary are tremendous, though. Well, you know, these 3 right here. Dokkan Fest LR Broly, Chila and Lemo ZZA, and then Banyan and Golden Frieza are all great. But I do think super bosses very easily could become a crazy team. Many of these characters, Jiren, Kefla, Topo, Hit, Cell Max, Zamasu, like, we're going to get more, like, Beerus and Golden Frieza from the first 2 arcs. We're going to get characters of those. So, super bosses, I think, is a good category for them to introduce. And I do think it's going to get a lot better as time goes on.